I think you can post this shit to Facebook.
Okay, here we go.
All right. You got the floor.
No.
When a woman releases,
Yeah.
when I say release, when a woman lets her bowels open up to a fart or a teaser, as some people call it,
Air discharge.
a rectum discharge, it could be deceiving. Because when she's out from underneath the covers, it could vanish and you not even know. But when she's under the covers, you are going to know. Either way, you're going to know when a woman farts. Because within 5 minutes of a woman's fart, granted, you go down on this one. Granted,
Wait, she farted and let you go down on her? That's disrespectful.
No. She's not gonna care.
hush.
She won't care.
She thinks it's dissipated. You go down.
All right, no, you dated a.
Hush!
You dated a bitch.
In her mind, she's like, hey, this fucker.
Stop!
5 minutes dissipate my ass.
No.
This is going on YouTube.
5 minutes. 5 minutes.
This is going on
to dissipate
YouTube.
Any fart.
No.
Stop. I know what you're talking about. You're talking. I know what you're talking
You
about
wear those
too.
FR coveralls. You fart. You smell it for 45 minutes.
45 minutes. Hey, I want to do this.
4 or 5 minutes.
It's not
Dutch
much
oven.
of-
I keep thinking tea kettle, but Dutch
Okay,
oven, that's the word.
start over. You're in a bar. You're in a wine bar. You're sipping fine wine. Maybe some Cab. Maybe some fucking Malbec. Whatever.
Or
She lets one loose. You don't know anything about it. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, your buddy comes up. This is 7 to 8 minutes later. Your buddy comes up and is like, "Hey, dude, we're going back to my place." I'm like, "Cool, we'll meet you there." I look at her and I'm like, "Hey, you want to get frisky?" I'm like, "Oh yeah." She's like, "Probably not." I'm like, "Okay, did I give you a choice?" And she's like, "Let's get frisky." So y'all get frisky.
That work for you, really?
No. It makes for a great story. So you pull her jeans down and it's like everything's normal. Everything's semi-normal. But there is a whiff of a fucking wet Labrador Retriever in there. And
tight jeans.
you're like, what
It
the
took her 45
fuck?
minutes to get in there.
Obviously, she wears certain kind of underwear. that
Yeah,
she
whoa.
section.
Whatever she does wrong is whatever. Okay, so you start going in for the kill, and you pull the panties off, and at first there's nothing wrong with it, but then you go in, and the taste is like cilantro and ground up hamburger all at the same time. And it's like, how do you mix cilantro and ground up hamburger? Because one is so refined and one is so fucking pulverized. It's like, is this what Labrador Retriever tastes
I
like?
don't know.
And you're like, and it's like, what the
Hey, he lives
fuck,
in
dot
Louisiana.
com?
Oh my gosh!
I just want to say I want Chipotle right now.
Which one's a little fine?
So,
Hey, just because he likes the beans and cilantro.
so then you realize, there's a fucking sopping wet.
All right, can we hurt this story out again?
Stop it.
What's
keep
stopping?
going.
I need a stick figure.
I'm trying to say it.
Robert, what's stopping what?
There's a sopping wet Labrador Retriever under the table, and you're like,
Oh,
must
there's
be
actually a
that.
dog.
But then you go in for more, and it's like it's salty, like it should be.
That's not the
But
dog, dude.
then the iron hits you, and you're like, oh, it's a period. And the smell hits you all at once, and you're
all
like,
right. Well,
Okay, wait.
we're gonna stop
Wait.
that one.
You thought it was a period, and you continued to go down on her.
No!
It is awful.
not right.
That's when you go.
No.
Sounds like Louisiana for you.
No, not at all.
It
At
is
first,
gross.
I thought it was a hint of maybe a soiled set of panties.
All right, no, just because the difference between that
Worse and worse.
and normality is a very vast difference in Louisiana.
It has nothing to do with Louisiana, buddy.
It has
I'm
very
telling
much
you,
to do with
everything
Louisiana.
it has to do with a woman and her private part.
Boudin.
I'm gonna tell you
Yeah,
right now.
Like I said, there's not a whole lot difference between normality and Louisiana's women's underpants.
I'm gonna tell you right now, a woman is very sensitive about her underpants.
Not in Louisiana.
She will do everything in her power to keep them as clean as she can.
In
But
Louisiana, well, hold on, right there. In Louisiana, yes or no?
no,
Yeah.
nationwide.
No,
But
there's a state.
Is this
state
true?
difference.
Wait, I want to hear this. What's the state difference?
In the case that she knows she's on a date and it's fucked, like she's like, oh my god.
Shouldn't have ran
I-
those 4 miles.
Wait.
Hey, trust me, if you can smell it, she can smell it too. And if she's at the point where she's like, oh my
No,
god.
she can.
Fuck it, we'll see if this guy's marriage material like the mood is.
So you think?
So you think, but at this point, she
Dude,
is,
you went on a date with Kunas.
no.
Leave
There's
him
not,
alone. Let him
this
explain. I
this
wanna
is
hear
from this is from South Carolina to Texas and back. That includes all the southern states. I'm here to tell you that if a woman smells her own punani, don't interrupt me here. If a woman smells her own punani, it's over. She at this point she is going to go in brown recluse state. She is going to pull back all that she has offered at this point. She's going to try to retract all of her statements. And at this point, she's all in for the getaway. She is going to take away everything she's brought to the table, and she's going to put that in the fucking chipper shredder
Well, she
and
didn't
blend
figure
that
that
out
one out before
with
the
her
date.
vagina out the gut.
Alright, have you ever been on the rig so long? Yeah, fair enough.